What is happening today, my More Squad? We are back with episode 5 of Talk More Sports, hosted by me, your main man, Hudson Moore. Ariel, I know it's the NBA Summer League. We're in the middle of the WNBA season. We're in the middle of the MLB season. And we got the USA Track and Field Championships happening in a couple weeks, along with the World Championships happening in August/September. But what I want to dive into is upcoming couple weeks. It's the 2025 NFL training camp. And that'll be kicking off the 2025 NFL season. I'm very excited for this upcoming season. And personally, for my Seattle Seahawks, I cannot wait to see what we do after Mike Macdonald transformed that defense from going 28th to number 9 overall in just one season, his first year as a rookie head coach. So I'm very excited about that. But I want to dive into all the other teams as well. With all the offseason trades and extensions, I'm very, very excited about what the season has to offer with all the teams. When we kind of look going into this season, I'm looking at a team like Cincinnati Bengals. If Cincinnati just would have had a decent team, I had them going to the Super Bowl. I'm being straight honest with you because now that they have extended Jamar Chase and T Higgins, along with already extending Joe Burrow a couple seasons ago, I feel like their offense is so set for the next couple years. But they just have to have a better defense. And with Trey Henderson, their top defensive end, who has yet to sign with them or re-sign with them, is unfortunate because we don't know what the future holds with him. After leading the league in sacks last year, I'm thinking to myself, if they lose him, I don't know what their defense is going to look like. Because I'll tell you this: if Joe Burrow has almost the same or close to the same season he had last year, with at least going to the playoffs, he would be the MVP. In my opinion, I felt like he should have been the MVP for last season, but the only reason why, because he wasn't in the playoffs. And that's not taking anything away from Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. That MVP game was amazing. That was a great playoff game, and I said to myself, whoever wins that game wins the MVP. But when we look at Joe Burrow, that that boy Shiesty, like let me tell you, that dude is cold as ice. I mean, seriously, that dude should have been the MVP, honestly. But the only reason why he wasn't was because he wasn't on the playoffs. He was top 5 in MVPs just because he was in the playoffs. I truly believe if you lead in the league in touchdowns and passing yards, you should be the MVP. I truly believe so, but he didn't. And we look at Jamar Chase. You won the triple crown, leading the league in receiving yards, receptions, and receiving touchdowns. Especially because you have been on and off the last couple of years, and to see what he's done now with that offense, if they just get a decent defense, then man, this whole team can transform into something amazing. So I really hope Cincinnati gets a better defense next season because I would love to see him back in the playoffs again and hopefully see him in the Super Bowl because that would be a fun matchup. Let's just say, if hypothetically, my Seahawks got to go against Cincinnati. I would love that game so much. And now, as we kind of switch from Bengals, we kind of switch, to the Pittsburgh Steelers, signing 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers. So you trade for DK Metcalf with my Seattle Seahawks, right? And I'm not really too upset about that because if we had to pay DK Metcalf $35 million a year for the next 5 years to keep him, then I'm kind of glad we got rid of him. Because if I'm being honest, I don't think DK could really be that dude. I mean, he has the talent, but he's been in the league for a minute, and I have yet to see enough out of him. If I'm being honest, I don't think he's a top 10 receiver. He has the talent to, but he's not though. And now you have Aaron Rodgers, a 40-year-old quarterback who, again, this is not the Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay Packers. This is the Aaron Rodgers from the New York Jets. And regardless, 4-time MVP, future first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it all time, no doubt about it. And I think Aaron Rodgers is a great player, but if this is going to be his last year, then there's not too much to get too excited about. And also, I'm thinking to myself, like, they should have kept Justin Fields. See, it really pisses me off about what Chicago did to Justin Fields after 4 years and what they did for Caleb Williams when they drafted him. They did what they should have done for Justin Fields, but they did it for Caleb in just 6 months, getting him the players they needed. But for Justin Fields, they didn't. And now you go to Pittsburgh. I feel like you're in a good situation, right? You got George Pickens. Obviously you were gonna trade for DK Metcalf, and like, okay, cool, keep Justin Fields. He's 25, has all the athletic talent, ability in the world, but you decide not to keep him. So now you signed a 4-year-old quarterback who is nowhere near what he used to be. And you also trade away George Pickens. So now all you got is DK Metcalf. And don't get me wrong, their defense is astounding. With Jalen Ramsey, Yes, Jalen Ramsey's not the same Jalen Ramsey from the LA Rams, but nonetheless, it's still Jalen Ramsey. So I believe a top 10 corner in the league. Not top 5, top 10 for sure. No doubt about it. But again, when we look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's just not going to be the same. Yes, you still got TJ Watt, who I believe should have been the defensive player of the year, not Cortland Sutton. I love Cord. I think he's a great defensive player, a great corner, easily number one in the league. I feel like it should have been TJ Watt for the defensive player of the year. Without a doubt. There's no question. No question whatsoever. And as we kind of go from Pittsburgh, we kind of go to Baltimore Ravens. When we look at the Ravens, right? I I love Lamar Jackson. Top 5 favorite players to watch. He is an astounding player. I mean, one of the best all time, no doubt about it. But when we look at his resume in the playoffs, it's you are 3-6. You are 3-6 in the playoffs. That's unacceptable. You cannot be a two-time MVP before the age of 30 and not at least have been to one Super Bowl. Truly. I mean, we all thought last year was going to be the year. Excuse me, 2 seasons ago, back in the season of 2023, we thought that was going to be the year that Lamar Jackson was finally going to win the Super Bowl. Because also, when you think about back in 2019, when he won his first MVP, we thought they were going to win it again. And every single regular season, they look so damn good. They look like the team to beat. But they always fumble in the playoffs. They always do. And I don't know why. You have the players, you have the coaching, you have everything at your disposal. And that's the thing, too. Besides from Lamar Jackson being a talented quarterback, you have all the pieces around you. You got Derrick Henry last season for $8 million for cheap, and you still can do nothing. You didn't even make it to the AFC Championship. And again, Josh Allen, a fantastic player, but he doesn't even have half of what Lamar Jackson has, and he still beat you. He still beat you, right? And it's just funny to me to see how much Lamar Jackson has around him and how great of a player he is, but you can't get it done in the postseason. That's if anybody knows me, they know what I think about the playoffs is what really makes a player great. Regular season is where you get your money, but postseason is where you make your legacy. That's where you cement your legacy. I truly believe that, and I always stick by that. So to me, I don't really ever care how well you do in the regular season. I mean, yes, it matters, but what you do in the postseason truly matters because that's where the ultimate goal is. Because once you're in the postseason, every game truly matters now. Because if you lose, you're out. So when I look at Lamar Jackson, yes, you're an all-time great, but also though, we have to now start raising the question of can he ever actually win a Super Bowl? He has the talent to, but are you just that kind of player, has that kind of mentality, has the ability where you can actually get over the hump and finally deliver Baltimore a first Super Bowl since 2012? And I don't know. I really do not know. I hope he does. And let me set the left clear. I believe I want him to win a Super Bowl. I truly do. I really want him to win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying I don't want him to. I'm saying I hope he never will. I want him to win a Super Bowl very badly. But when I look at the way he's performing, I just don't see it. I truly, truly don't. Unfortunately. I hope he proves me wrong. I really hope he does. But right now, I don't see it. And when we kind of go back from Justin Fields, now he's with the New York Jets. That is the land of where quarterbacks' careers die. That is the land of where they die. Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, and now Justin Fields. And the thing about Justin Fields is he is still in his prime. He's only 25, 26 years old. Now, yes, you are reuniting with your college buddy receiver, Garrett Wilson. And Garrett Wilson is a very good player. He is no scrub. But the problem with Garrett Wilson is he has not really had the quarterback to throw him the ball. And for Justin Fields, this is not an ideal situation. It's truly not. I look at New York Jets, it's just going to be another season like every other season. And Justin Fields, now, let's say halfway through the season, people are going to say, well, this is what we've been talking about with Justin Fields. He's just not that dude. He's not that good. You know, he can't throw the ball. I'm like, well, no, duh, he can't throw the ball because there's nobody to throw it to. And that's just a fact. He had nobody to throw to in Chicago besides DJ Moore, but that was towards the end of his time with Chicago. And then when you look at Pittsburgh, he had to share the ball with Russell Wilson. So he never got a full season with George Pickens to actually see what he could do, and with Najee Harris. So now you go to a place like New York Jets. There's something special there. It's New York. It's the Jets. It's not the Giants, at least, because with the Giants you got at least Malik Neighbors, and you actually got a promising offense there. With the Jets, there's nobody. And again, no shade on Wilson. I think he could be a good wide receiver, but it's just still not the ideal team for a player like Justin Fields to be with. It truly is not, and I'm very, very pissed off that Pittsburgh let him go. You could have kept him for cheap. He was a free agent. It's not like you had to sign him to a big 3-4 year, $100+ million contract. You could have kept him maybe for a good 2 years, 50 million, maybe 60, just at least experiment, see what he can do. So it's unfortunate. I truly feel like this is going to bite Pittsburgh in the ass. I truly do, because I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do, especially only with DK Metcalf throwing him the ball, unfortunately. As we kind of go from all those teams, we kind of focus in on my Seahawks, baby, my Seattle Seahawks. So when we look at the Seattle Seahawks with Mike Macdonald going into his second year as a head coach, this season's going to be very interesting. I truly believe we'll finish the season top 5 in defense. I'm saying it right now. We're going to finish top 5 in defense. We're going to be right there with the Philadelphia Eagles, Baltimore Ravens, Denver Broncos, and I would say in between there could also be the Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings. I truly believe we'll be in the top 5. We can finish 4, maybe top 3. But this defense looks so scary. I am so excited for it. I cannot wait for it. But the offensive side, that's the question mark. I'm very nervous for that. I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous too. With Sam Darnold, with Cooper Kupp, with Jackson Smith, right, and with Kenneth Walker, it's not the worst offensive team, but it's a bit of a question mark. I'm so glad we got Jalen Milroe from the NFL draft from Alabama. I think he could be a stud quarterback. When I look at him, I look at him like a Lamar Jackson, but just bigger, stronger, and faster. But again, he's just going to have to work up to the depth chart, and hopefully he can earn that starting spot. But when I look at Sam Darnold, the season he had last year with the Minnesota Vikings, well earned, well deserved. Congratulations to him. And I feel like he can be a better, younger, mobile, more efficient player, or more efficient version of Geno Smith. I truly believe so. And I think I'm very excited for Sam Darnold. I cannot wait to see what he does with the Seattle Seahawks. Because again, you got former Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp, where yes, injuries are a question, but nobody denies when he's healthy the impact he has on the field. Not even just him actually catching the ball, just his impact alone when he's running those routes. It creates a little bit of that scare factor in the opposing team. And hopefully that will give Jackson the opportunity to really flourish. Because he already had a great sophomore year. So his third year, I'm very excited about that. So we look at this offense, and also with K9,